this road of mine, this road that I call home. So am I wrong? For thinking that we could be something for real. Now am I wrong?
I just got home from Belize. Brewster, obviously, very excited about that. I have to tell you about this one place that I went to called the Secret Beach. And it is not a secret. Before you start yelling at me, it is literally the worst kept secret on the island. So not a secret, but it's named that because it used to only be accessible by boat. You had to go all the way around the island and you could find this little area with this perfect crystal clear water. Let's start with a little history. Most of the development on the island is on the reef side, so complete opposite side of Secret Beach. That's where the second largest coral reef in the world is located. So they've got the Great Barrier Reef in Australia, and then you've got this one. That's what the island is famous for. People come from all over the world to snorkel, to scuba dive here. There are actually 7 different protected areas along the reef, super famous for scuba divers and snorkelers, as I mentioned. We spent a day checking out a few of them. Oh my gosh, this was such a cool experience. I want to go back to Belize literally for the snorkeling alone. It was so much fun. We saw a whole bunch of sharks. We saw a lot of stingrays. I believe there was a manta ray, a barracuda, and a sea turtle. It was a really just amazing experience. You've got to go and do it. So the snorkeling, scuba diving, been famous for decades here. But it was only within the last 10 years that any development happened on the other side of the island. That's where the water is really clear. It's gorgeous. It's really shallow as well. Here's a look from above. This was on our little puddle jumper plane. It's about a 15-minute flight from Belize City, and you can actually look down and see how crystal clear it is on that side of the island. The other side, you really don't get that type of clarity in the water until you get out toward the reef. So it's very recent. As I mentioned, you used to only be able to access it by boat, but a developer went in and filled in a long road through the mangrove lagoons. You can take your golf cart, because everyone drives golf carts on the island, on this very long, very bumpy road to Secret Beach.
It's a little bit bumpy. Oh! Jake! Too hard.
If you're starting from downtown San Pedro, it's about a 40-minute golf cart drive. It's very worth it, I promise, even though it's super bumpy. There are signs the whole way there. It's very, very easy to find, literally pointing you that direction the whole time. Once you're there, you have a lot of options on where to hang out. There are about 10 different bars and restaurants, and they all kind of have their own vibe. There are lounge chairs, hammocks, swings all over. It's super, super Instagrammable. Spend a few minutes driving around before you pick your spot to hang out. If you have kids, go to the very far side of Secret Beach. There's this huge trampoline park in the water. That was very cool. My favorite part was the picnic tables in the water. They go out hundreds of feet, super shallow for a very long ways. You have servers who will bring you your food, your drink.
Pineapple.
Oh, and I highly recommend having a pina colada and a pineapple. I think this is one of the highlights of my day. You do have to kind of like hold all your stuff up overhead, which makes it a little bit challenging, but that's part of the fun. The day we went to Secret Beach, we popped over from a few different spots. Honestly, loved them all. And because it's on the west side of the island, it's by far the best spot to watch the sun go down. When we went another night to watch the sun go down, we had almost the entire place to ourselves. It was the most incredible sunset. Just be prepared if you're there for like the full sunset and it gets dark, it will be a very dark golf cart ride back because there are no lights on that road. We traveled in early May. We got a really good flight deal because it's out of the tourist season. So it was very, very quiet. Literally had the entire place to ourselves for the sunset. It was really quiet in general during our trip, which I didn't mind. We didn't have a lot of people at the pool, at the hotel. It was gorgeous. We were able to get into all the restaurants that we wanted to. I've heard though that it's quite a party when you're here for the peak season. Can't recommend visiting Belize enough. We loved the overwater bars. The food was delicious. I already talked about the incredible snorkeling. Oh, it's worth mentioning again because that was my favorite part of the whole trip. But Secret Beach, if you're going, it is absolutely worth it. Rent the golf cart for the day. We rented it for the entire trip, and I would recommend doing that as well. If you want to learn more, I have a full rundown on our time in San Pedro on approachableoutdoors.com. Usually we're talking about hiking, but you know what? We go get a few other outdoorsy things in every once in a while.